right back to the right.
The memorial is divided into two ways for the Pacific and the Atlantic.
Veterans Day came a little early this year for a group of World War II vets from North Carolina.
Yeah, I was in Saipan, Okinawa, the Philippines, Dutch East Indies.
A little early, but none too soon for these vets aged 79 to 102.
Can you see the monument fairly well? Well, over to your left is the Pacific.
They journeyed this weekend to see the World War II Memorial in Washington, D.C.
16 million that served in World War II. 400,000 died, many more wounded, obviously, and now there's probably just a little more than 3 million alive. They're dying at a rate of anywhere from 1,200 to 1,500 a day.
A day?
A day. So, yeah, there was a lot of urgency.
They were here because Jeff Miller, a local businessman in Hendersonville, North Carolina, started a campaign in March to send every single World War II veteran in the county who wanted to see it. After all, the memorial was built for them.
I really look at it this way. Everything good that I have in my life is because of them. And, I mean, everything. We wanted to take veterans there to the World War II Memorial that had not been, that was the number one thing, and that had financial or physical limitations, or both.
This was going to cost a small community big bucks. Hendersonville rallied. So the community really came through on the fundraising.
Yeah, big time, in a hurry. Less than 12 weeks, we raised, I think the number was 133,000.
Wow. So a lot of these shops and stuff.
There was the first one right there, Shelley's. I'd walk down the street and somebody come up and hand me $5. The Boy Scouts got together and did a fundraiser in front of Walmart.
Individuals and clubs like the American Legion pitched in.
They raised, I think, $2,300 selling spaghetti. That's a lot of spaghetti. It's $5, $5 a dinner. And of course, I saw people come in and write a check for $300.
What kinds of things did you guys do?
We had bake sales, lemonade sales, car washes, hot dog sales.
Wow, you did a lot. The local Boys and Girls Club raised $300, enough to send former Sergeant Fred Logan, who served in the Pacific.
I thank them from my heart that they did a good deed for me, and this is the best thing that ever happened to me.
Sergeant Henry Bradley is going. He served in a frontline surgical hospital and saw unspeakable things.
I remember a lot of it, but I don't talk about it. We wasn't glory hunting. All we wanted to do was get on with our life. And I wanted to just forget as much of it as possible because the most of it was not pleasant.
World War II veterans are known for rarely speaking of their valor and sacrifice.
I mean, we call them the humble heroes. And I kid them all the time about it was their own fault that they didn't have a memorial because they weren't going to come back home and build one of themselves, that it took other generations to see it and build it.
Indeed, the World War II Memorial didn't open until 2004, 59 years after the war ended. Lieutenant Joe Collins didn't tell his children for a half-century about being shot down in a B-24 bomber.
They always get out before it went down or blew up.
Yeah.
We wound up in Stalag Luft 3.
And becoming a prisoner of war.
We have here some of the letters that I sent.
This is my favorite. It says, "Well, hon, I'm a prisoner of war." He'll never forget Liberation Day.
I was looking into the city and I could see the German swastika up there. Mm-hmm. You know, started coming down.
Oh, you saw it coming down?
Yeah, it always went up. Our flag went up there. And Patton came in.
Yeah. Patton himself showed up?
He came right in on his Jeep there.
Really?
Yes, he did.
So, tell me about that.
Oh, that was something.
That's you holding the paper.
That's me holding the paper over in front of our barracks. This is the plane that we flew most of our missions in.
That's the very plane?
That's the very plane, Little Beaver. And I was a nose gunner right up here.
Oh, boy. Victor Brown, who also flew in a B-24, was chosen to place a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier.
And that, to me, is a great honor and a very, I'm touched. That's all I can say.
220 vets signed up for what they called the Honor Air Trip. Monumental planning was required.
Shell said there's 24 steps at the Tomb of the Unknown where they're wanting to put us out, and it's pretty steep. We've got 6 EMS, EMT guys going with us each day, a doctor each day. We'll have 50 to 60 guardians each day to push wheelchairs, make sure they need drinks, steps, help them up steps, help them down steps.
You guys have a good time. You know we're proud of you.
Appreciate that. Take it.
110 veterans went yesterday, 110 more today. They arrived in Washington to a hero's welcome and were escorted to the memorial, where some were surprised by friends and family.
Big tiger.
For 2 hours, they toured the memorial, met comrades in arms, mourned the 400,000 war dead who'd never see it, and the millions of veterans for whom it was built too late. 5 have died since signing up for the trip.
My father-in-law was supposed to be here on this trip and unfortunately died just this past Thursday morning at 9 o'clock.
But they were feeling the appreciation so long overdue.
Thank you. God bless you.
In this, perhaps a final tribute to the men, boys really, in their teens and 20s, who answered the call and saved the world. Just think of it.